Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Arsenal's striker hunt seems to have gone in one direction. It was always between Gyökeres or Sesko. The rumors have been about that Arsenal are going to choose either one of them, and it feels like Arsenal and Arteta have identified Benjamin Sesko as their target, and they have made initial contacts with RB Leipzig regarding the player. It feels like it is going to be quite a big deal. It's going to be quite a big amount to pay for the guy. And if I'm being very honest, I'm in over the moon. I about it. I have said this, that I love Sesko. I have loved him. Even last season, I was all out for him. I wanted him at the club. I wanted him at January as well. Unfortunately, we were not really able to get it, and that really derailed our title charge. That really derailed our Champions League chances as well, because we did not have any striker up front. But getting him, if we are able to get it, in my opinion, we should be able to. I think that is a massive deal, because he's the type of player that Arsenal are gonna love. Arteta is gonna love, and the squad that we have, I keep on saying, he's gonna come in and he's doing amazing. I was saying, on social media, everybody's losing its mind. Everybody's looking at Gyökeres's goals and assists and all, the output that he has produced. It is amazing. It is unbelievable, and I'm not taking anything away from him. He's an exceptional player. But sometimes it is, it is the environment, and it is the place, and it is the type of the setup that makes up a player really great. And I think Sesko, despite playing in a Leipzig team that unfortunately for the majority of the time does not really cater to his needs, I think he's still performing really good. And he's just 21 years old. He's a young player, and him coming to Arsenal, I think that is going to be really helpful, because the type of football that Arsenal play, it is gonna suit him so much. He's despite being a big guy, he's about 6'8". He's really good with his head. Of course, being a 6'8", you expect that he's gonna have that physical presence that we have with Kai Havertz. It is sort of like that sort of a similar signing. That he's almost gonna be like Kai Havertz, but in my opinion, his signing is much bigger than Kai Havertz. And I love Havertz, and despite that, I'm saying this. He's gonna be that physical presence. It's gonna be really hard for the defenders to play against him. But one thing that I am really happy about is that his movement with the feet is really good with his feet, and I think he has a pace as well. I think the crosses that we this season, how many times I can there are countless times, or hundreds and thousands of times when you had that the crosses coming in from the right hand side, of the left hand side, Martinelli or Trossard or Saka, those low crosses coming in, and there was no striker able to go ahead and poach them in. I think that is what Sesko is gonna do. He has the knack of being at the right place at the right time. He's always gonna be there in the box. He's a menace in the box. He's not gonna leave you alone. His physicality is really good, as I already said, and his speed and the movement, the positional movement of Benjamin Sesko is really good, and I think that is gonna be really helpful for Arsenal. And the great thing about him, just like Havertz, he's one of those players that he can bring other players into the game as well, and I think he's going to help a lot of the other players. You see people, a lot of people criticize Martin Odegaard this season, but they seem to forget one thing, that last year he had Havertz. Havertz held a lot of the time the goals that Odegaard scored were Havertz holding the ball up and then playing Odegaard in, and Odegaard was able to score those goals. First half of the season, Odegaard gets injured. Second half of the season, Havertz got injured. So Odegaard's main supply of the goals was not there this season. So a lot of the goals that he would have scored were not really there for Odegaard, unfortunately. So Sesko coming in, he's going to really help out Odegaard. He's going to increase his output as well. And not only Odegaard, Rice is going to be beneficial as well, because he loves to make those late runs as well. And when you have a player like Sesko, who as I said, he's going to pull the defenses towards it. It gives players like Rice and again Odegaard a lot of chance in that box to score the goals from those crosses. If the striker is not really able to score those, then you have the players like Rice and Odegaard. All of them, they are able to convert those crosses that went begging. We were just begging for somebody to just put a foot on it and put it in the back of the net. So I think that is a really, really good that advantage. And you know that the fact that Arteta has looked at the guy for 2 years, and I know that you have a lot of Arteta haters at the moment. Thierry Henry for some weird reason decided to come on it. I wanted to make a video about it, but I was so busy yesterday, so I did not do it. And his comments, I really don't want to talk about it because this is about Sesko's deal, transfer news. But Thierry Henry, I don't know what he was thinking. But a lot of Arteta haters, they are just at the moment they're just waiting for anything, any single noise, and they just want to pounce on it. And I think Sesko's news is one of like that. They have just mocking it yet again. A young player is going to come in, he's going to take time. Sesko is not a player like that. Hardly, in my opinion. If this deal goes through, and a lot of these people are going to have a pie on their faces at the end of the season, because it's going to have an amazing season. I'm telling you right now, I've seen the kid. I have seen a kid play for about 2-3 years now. He was brilliant for Leipzig. He has been brilliant for Leipzig for about 2 years now. Before the Euros, one of the main players to look out in the Euros was Sesko. Everybody knew that. And then this season again, he has been good. He has had injury problems at the start of the season, but since he has come back, has been really good. Again, he's the type of the player. He might, because Gyökeres is as I keep on saying, that people are looking at Gyökeres outcome, and they're going to say, we want somebody like who can score 25 goals per season. Sesko can score 20-25 goals per season, but the problem is the way that Arsenal play, and everybody loved that a year ago, that we had about 4 or 5 players a season before who all had 10 plus goals, right? So, and this year we did not have anything, because majority of those players were not able to play the entirety of that season. A season before that we had so many players, so we were contributing, everybody was contributing. So it is the type of setup that Arsenal play with, and Sesko is going to come in and he's going to do that. He's not going to only score the goals, he's going to assist, and he's going to contribute to the team. And I think that is one of the reasons why Arteta prefers Sesko over Gyökeres. And it's still early doors, it is still the thing that it is still being talked about. They have made contact. It's not like the deal is done, but because they have made first contact towards Sesko, I think a lot of people are thinking, including I think I'll be very happy, as I keep on saying, to get him in. I think it'll be a very good striker, and yet again he's just 21-22 years old age. So you have about 6 or 7 years, and maybe about 10 years if he wants to extend more. It's gonna be a really good player. I can feel it. Of course, a lot of Arsenal fans don't like it. They don't want him because everybody has their own preferences, but I would say I'll be very, very happy. And for Sesko as well, I mean, Leipzig are not in the Champions League this season. Their performances in the Bundesliga this season were not that good as well. So he's going to look at Arsenal. He can see, it's a big project. They are in the Champions League. We were in the semi-final of the Champions League. We are fighting for the title this year. It has not been that good, but he knows we are one of those 2-3 teams who are going to fight for the title yet again. So he's going to he's going to be looking at this as well. And I think it'll be a really, really good deal. The price is going to be high. Of course, it was going to be high, whether it was for Sesko, whether it was for Gyökeres. But as of now, I think it looks like Sesko, and I'm really, really happy about it. Let me know what you guys think of the deal. Do you agree with it? Do you think we should go all out for Sesko, or do you think we should go all out for Gyökeres? Who is your preference? Let me in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.